Hey everybody, it's Sonny Respiratory Flux. Call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. In the last episode, we finished up everything we can as a kid, and now we're heading into the Spirit Temple. Now, I guess, I don't know. I feel like my brain was telling me I had something to say before I went in, but I don't. Anyway, let's actually just go into the Spirit Temple and see what we can do. Now, I didn't really comment on this the last time I came in here briefly, because you actually do have to come in here very briefly before you can really be exploring the Spirit Temple. But I think this is personally my favorite dungeon in this game, and I'm not entirely sure why. Just the aesthetics are just really cool to me. The music is awesome, and I just love what they do with it. Anyway, see someone over here. What were you doing there? I haven't seen you around, kid. What do you want? Nothing, really. You have nothing to do? What good timing. Can you do me a favor, kid? Wait a second. I want to ask you first. You wouldn't happen to be one of Ganondorf's followers, would you? Well, no matter what you say, you will actually just be going on, but she won't believe you if you say that you are one of his followers. Uh-huh. You've got guts. I think I like you. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Naburu of the Gerudo. I'm a lone wolf thief. But don't get me wrong. Though we're both thieves, I'm completely different from Ganondorf. With his followers, he stole from women and children, and he even killed people. A kid like you may not know this, but the Gerudo race consists only of women. Only one man is born every 100 years. Even though our laws say that lone male Gerudo must become king of the Gerudo, I'll never bow to such an evil man. By the way, what is your name, kid? Link? What kind of name is that? Well, anyway, I want to ask you a favor. Will you go through this tiny hole and get a treasure that's inside? No comment. The treasure is the silver gauntlets. If you equip them, you can easily push and pull very heavy things. No, kid. Don't even think about taking this treasure for yourself. The silver gauntlets won't fit a little kid like you if you try to equip them. I want you to be a good boy and give them to me. Ganondorf and his minions are using the Spirit Temple as a hideout. Only the silver gauntlets will allow me to sneak deep into the temple. Once there, I'm going to steal all the treasure inside and mess up their plans. How about it? Will you do it? Well, sounds like a win-win to me. Thanks, kid. You and I, let's give Ganondorf and his followers a big surprise, shall we? If you can successfully get the silver gauntlets, I'll do something great for you. That pause there has me concerned. That little pause. Also, it's just dark because this actually counts as a separate rune. But yeah. So we have our goal. Oh, and we have no shield. Amazing. Yeah, this place is kind of brutal like that, honestly. It's like, this is basically your big test as Child Link. You don't, not even the well, you don't really get any particular moments that are quite in the same vein as this. Now, these two doors are closed. So, what we have to do... Yeah, okay. You have to kill all the enemies in the room, obviously. But the Master Sword will damage the Armos, but the Kokiri Sword can't. So, let's... Okay. Okay, Deku Stick also doesn't work. So, yeah, that's what I thought. This is going amazingly. Can I just start over? Hi, hey everybody, this is Omni Respiratory Flux. Call me Flux for sure. Did that? Okay, he went back to sleep, so it didn't actually. Yep. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, jeez. Yeah. This video's off to a rough start already. Oh yeah, and you also have to fight a Stelphos as a kid. Yeah, like, the well is not simple, but this is really, like, the point of the game where it really... This is, like, the hardest thing you have to do as a kid, is Spirit Temple, because this is a temple that's basically designed to be a skill set that you can complete it as young Link, but you're supposed to be in this temple, in this area, as an adult. So they make it so that it really challenges you at this part of it. So, I think that's kind of clever. You see that switch there, but what... You have to use your boomerang to get it. You can't use your... Yeah, this is a little tricky. You have to throw off to the side so that it arcs around. Flying pots. Yeah. I don't know. I need things to say. I need to... Oh, here's a shield. That's nice and convenient. The game does kind of throw Deku shields at you. Ah, yes. This enemy, this is an Anubis, and there are two ways that you can really... Basically, it's interesting. It's vulnerable to fire, of course, but... okay. Basically, he mirrors your movements, essentially. It's like... So... Yeah. You do that. You either have to lure him into the fire, or you can just do the easy thing that everybody does. And just use Din's fire. Or a fire arrow if you're an adult Link. Okay! I swear... Okay. It already marked him as being killed, so... Yeah. That is... I don't know why I'm having such a weird time... Okay. Okay. Thought I had to sneeze there for a second. And now the game is throwing... Wall Masters at you. And more fire keys. And... Yeah, everything in this dungeon is just starting to get really intense. And I mean, of course, that is kind of how they... They kind of do that on purpose, but... Okay, jeesh. And okay. Can I get this last keys? I want... Also, that is a golden Skulltula. So you can just kill that. Unfortunately, you can't get the... You can't get the thing without the boomerang. Ugh. Words. How do I words? It's just, the words are not coming to me right now. Once you get all the silver rupees, you have the bridge, so now you can... Okay. I am having a terrible time speaking today for some reason. It's... Need to focus. Okay. Take the Deku Stick, like the torches on the other side, or, again, you can use Din's Fire, but you won't be able to get the chest, because it appears back on the other side of the bridge. So if you come in here first and use Din's Fire, you still have to go all the way around to get the chest. So, it's kind of a weird trade-off. You get a key. I think this is the... Oh, well, okay, no. Technically, the first time you get keys in as young Link is when you go into the well. But I think this is the first time you're required to pick up a small key just to finish the game. If you want 100% completion, you need the keys in the well for the Skulltulas. But if you're just trying to finish the game, get to the end, this is the first time you need to pick up a key and use it as young Link. So, interesting. Now we come here to this room, which, interestingly, if you look at the map, you're kind of in the center of that big circle we just went around in. Which is really cool. I like how this temple is laid out. It's just very interesting to me. And I'm not sure entirely why. Also, note that there is a gold Skulltula up on that wall. We will be getting that in a moment, but you have to get that from above because you need to get the boomerang to it. I don't know. This temple is... This temple is interesting. And really, the one thing that's a little weird about it is because of the way it's laid out, you have a little bit of this weird preamble bit before you get into the main portion of the Spirit Temple. And it's just sort of interesting. You got an enemy here. Oh, and we don't have a shield. So, fortunately, these enemies are kind of a joke. You could also just equip the Hylian shield. But, now if you hit this switch here, which I'll just use a seed, that drops some chests. And now, one thing that's actually interesting is that starting in this dungeon, like only here, okay, there's Bombchu, which there's actually a reason why that chest is there. But I believe this one? No, okay. Okay, this one has another shield. Yeah, the game is just kind of throwing spare Deku shields at you at this point, which is not a bad thing. But that Bombchu chest exists specifically because this is one of 2 places, I believe, in the game where you actually need to use a Bombchu. Blow up that, and the light shines on the sun on the floor, and the door opens. So remember that. Whenever one of these sun icons is somewhere, that means that you have to... That means that you have to use your... You have to get light onto it somehow. Which is kind of a nice little indicator, because it's like, it makes sense. You see a sun, you want to use light. But anyway, which is one of the more main puzzle gimmicks of this dungeon, and one of the reasons why it's so cool. Anyway, now, what you want to do, first thing, push this statue onto that switch down there. That'll open the door up there, but then you want to jump down here. This is kind of the central room or so of this dungeon. There's not really a whole lot you can do here yet. It's like there's just a door. You can't climb up there. You gotta kind of just go around here. Really, all that you can do down here is light these 2 torches. And just because of the way this is situated, it leads to one of the more amusing things you can do in the game. If you stand right here, use Din's fire, the chest kind of spawns underneath you. But yeah. It's just kind of cool. But if we open this chest, we get... Any guesses on what it's going to be? Any guesses? Yep, it's the map. And in this big kind of central room of the dungeon, just kind of look around. See this statue, which is very interesting. It's just kind of... The statue is sort of almost the focal point of the dungeon in a way. It's really kind of an interesting room. But as for why, we will get to that later on in the temple. For now, all we can really do is come up here. Now, there is a golden sculptula over there. We can't actually reach it yet, sadly. Yeah, but if we go in this door, we can go this very regal-looking hallway. Red carpet, torches on the stone walls. It's just very interesting. And this room. Now, this room can be kind of frustrating. And again, this is one of the more major tests of ability in the Young Link sections of the game, is in this room. Now, we've got a few things we can do in here. We've got torches to light, we've got enemies to defeat, traps to avoid, silver rupees to collect. And there is also light shining in. So there's going to be some sort of light-based switch to activate. So this room is kind of busy. It's really interesting because as far as the shape of the room, it's kind of nondescript. But it's very busy, so there's a lot of things to talk about it. Got these blocks, and there's a sun icon on the top of one of them, which means, yep, you guessed it, you're gonna have to pull that into that light. And if we get all the silver rupees, that makes this, that basically lights a torch that you use to light the other torches, because using Din's fire on all of them is just not going to work. So, first, let's just get the light switch taken care of. Light switch. It just makes it sound so mundane compared to what it actually is. It's just like, yeah, just turn on the light switch when you come into the room. It's like, but really it's like a switch that's activated by light. Which is, I don't know. That's just an interesting way of... The English language can be really dumb sometimes, let's be real. Really dumb and ambiguous. Also, you just have to get it even slightly in the light. Now, you can just go on. You don't actually have to light the torches. But there is an extra chest if you do, and that's kind of a picky thing about me as a player, is that I have to get all the chests in each of the dungeons. So... yeah. There's only a few torches to light, but you just kind of... yeah, there's 4 torches, I think. No, there's only 3, and the one just went out, so I had to light it again, because I was going the wrong way. So light all 3 torches, you get a treasure chest. Oh, okay, so that actually has a small key in it, so you do need to get that. Yeah, because this door just leads into this hallway. So if you just ignore that and just leave that key, then you're not going to be able to do anything in here. Don't forget this sculptula on the back wall here. And yeah, there's not much to say, but to go into this door. And just a word of warning, you're going to want to be ready when you come in here. Probably have some bombs, maybe bomb chew even, equipped to your C items. And open the door. You might also want the Hylian shield, actually, because that kind of allows you to do something a little silly. But in this room, there's a chain door behind a throne. And a suit of armor sitting on the throne. Let's throw a bomb at it. Yes, this is the Iron Knuckle, one of the more infamous boss fights, or mini-boss fights, really, in this game. My preferred method of taking care of it is to just throw bombs at it until the armor falls off, because there are two phases to this. Now, it's like, that is a very malicious-looking axe it is holding, and he will shout. He will also hit you very hard if you did not notice just how much my health went down there. But no. And then once the armor falls off, he attacks a lot faster. Now you can use your sword at this point. I still just like to throw bombs. You just kind of have to be very careful. Bomb Chew will basically just sort of make it super easy, but you also have less of them to use, and they're less easy to replenish. So, yeah. That's my main method of taking care of the Iron Knuckles, honestly, and it's kind of cheesy. It's kind of cheesing to fight a little bit, but I just like to use bombs. And now, we walk outside. Hey, what's up, Link? Surprised to see me? Yes. A long time in this world is almost nothing to you, is it? How mysterious. Even I thought that the tales of a boy who could travel back and forth through time was merely a legend. Link, you have fully matured as an adult. From now on, the future of all the people in Hyrule is on your shoulders. Maybe it's not my time anymore. Here's my last advice. 2 witches inhabit this temple. In order to destroy them, turn their own magic power against them. Hoot! Do you want to hear what I said again? No! I will continue to watch you. Hoot! And with that, the owl flies off, and like he says, you don't see him again after this point. But we are now actually on one of the hands of the Desert Colossus, which, interestingly, this statue is sitting in the same... The Desert Colossus, the statue on the outside of the temple, is sitting in the exact same pose as the statue inside the temple. So, just an interesting note. But, open this chest, and any guesses what we're going to get? If you think the compass, it's no. We got the silver gauntlets. If you wore them, you would feel power in your arms, the power to lift big things with A. But these gauntlets won't fit a kid. Plus, you promised to give them to Nabooru. You should keep your word. What's this? Hey, where are you taking me? Yeah, let me go. You fiends, Ganondorf's minions. Link, get out of here, now! These witches, they're using black magic on me. Well, looks like we can't keep our word. I guess we have no choice but to take the silver gauntlets for ourselves, become an adult, and 7 years in the future, head into the Spirit Temple again, this time in search of Nabooru, hopefully to rescue her. This has been Somni Respiratory Flux. Respond, vibrate, feedback, resonate in the comments below. Tell me what you think. And in the next episode, we will become an adult again and see what we can do around here now that we've finished the first half of the Spirit Temple. And then, maybe, head in once more in search of Naburu. See you then.